privilege and honor to talk about a gentle and quiet spirit with your Maker. Let's be turning our Bibles to 1 Samuel chapter 1. And of course, just as Colleen explained, a gentle and quiet spirit to be at peace, to be surrendered with our Maker, meaning God. And so as we talk about this, we're going to be talking about how do we have this kind of spirit towards our Father in heaven. And as I reflected on this topic that I was given, I thought of one woman in the Bible. So if you're in 1 Samuel chapter 1, you know I'm talking about Hannah. And so here in 1 Samuel chapter 1, in verse 10 and 11, it says, "In her deep anguish, Hannah prayed to the Lord, weeping bitterly. And she made a vow, saying, Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant's misery, and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head." And in verse 15, "Not so, my Lord," Hannah replied, "I am a woman who is deeply troubled. I have not been drinking wine or beer. I was pouring out my soul to the Lord. Do not take your servant for a wicked woman. I have been praying here out of great anguish and grief." And so what was going on here, of course, is that Hannah was barren. She was childless and she could not have any children. But the thing that made this worse is that her husband's wife, who had children, would constantly provoke her and irritate her. And so this was a normal thing that happened in Hannah's life. Year after year, day after day, month after month, week after week, she constantly had the reminder, in everyone else's eyes around me, I am cursed. I am cursed because my only responsibility is to give my husband children, and I can't even do that. And yet at this point in 1 Samuel chapter 1, something was different. Finally, Hannah couldn't take it, and she went before God in her deep, bitter anguish, and she began to pray. And so it's amazing to look at Hannah's prayer, because instead of her complaining, because if I was in her shoes and I felt what she felt, I felt sad, I felt brokenhearted, I felt just destroyed, I would be complaining to God. I would be telling God, God, why are you putting me in this situation? Where are my children? Why isn't my husband? Why can't he give me children? Why does he have another wife with children? What am I doing here? Why don't you just let me die? My life has no purpose. It has no meaning. And yet that's not what Hannah did. The amazing thing about Hannah's prayer is, first and foremost, she was real with God. She knew where she was at. God knew where she was at. And in a deep fear and respect before God, she says, God, please give me a child. Please. And if you do it will belong to you. And so she was real with God. She told him everything. She didn't withhold anything. And yet she was honest about her own heart, about where she was at. But this honest intention she had before God was not a complaining heart like I would have had, but rather it was a heart of, God, I need my heart to change. I want to be different. And then she boldly asked for what she desired. And then after she boldly asked, when we go into the rest of the chapter, she did exactly what she said. She kept her vow to God even if it would have hurt. And like I said, I would love to be like Hannah, just naturally, right? A naturally gentle and quiet spirit, and yet that's not who I am. Instead, I'm more like Job. In Job 7 verse 11, he complained before God. You know, and even this year, my life is getting a little bit more like Hannah, in a sense. When I was 11 years old, I was molested by a woman. When I was 17 years old, 5 days before I turned 18, I had an abortion. And I remember, because of these choices that I had made, I remember making a decision that I don't deserve a child. That there is no way that God would give me a child. And on top of that, I was afraid, because the very reason that I did what I did when I was 17 years old, because I'm deeply a selfish woman. I think about only myself. And so before getting married, I remember getting open about this. Like, I don't want to have children. Am I supposed to get married? Because I know my husband, he desires children. And so I'm like really supposed to marry, and And if anyone do not bring me, marry him. Because what if something's wrong with my body and I can no longer give him a child? And then I remember going to God in prayer, and prayer, and prayer, and more prayer. And finally God gave me an answer. In Luke chapter 1, he told me, it is by a husband's will that you will have children. And so as of 5 weeks ago, I found out that I'm pregnant. We need a gentle and quiet spirit before our Maker. So what that requires for each one of us is when we pray, be willing to wrestle for surrender and peace while still being reverent before God. Thank you, sisters.